Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Just the right time to welcome to the program Mayor of Kapiti, Gurunathan. Guru, good morning and welcome to you.
Good morning, John. Good morning, listeners.
Lovely to talk to you. Great to actually have it work this week. Sorry about last week. Well, I imagine that you are not downhearted after the food fair on Saturday. It seemed to go off very well to me.
Oh, the sun was shining. The crowd was just tremendous down there, and Claire and I had the privilege of taking Nikki Stindon, the fishing chick, celebrity, TV celebrity around. To meet all the storeholders. And what an amazing person she was. You know, you meet a lot of famous people and some of them may have attitude. She was down to earth, humble, and very affable.
Excellent. And one of the things about the food fair is there's a survey which is done as you enter to ask whether you're a local or whether you come from outside. I imagine from the council's point of view, the results of that survey are quite important.
It would be, because we give some amount of funding, not as much as we used to, because this food festival has been quite established, and eventually they need to be self-sufficient in terms of running itself. But we do give, I think, around $10,000 to help it along in terms of publicity.
And yes, I suppose for the district, the more that come from outside to come here and spend the money locally, the better it is for the council and for the community and the economic development of the community.
Yes, and we've had a lot of news about some events been not going ahead.
Yes.
But although I thought that the flare event the story was actually non-story, simply because we gave them $30,000 initially to get them to the business case. And we had this conversation before. That
yes, we have.
The $50,000 they were entitled to, they were not going to take it this time around, simply because they wanted to make sure that they get the organize the event to be complete success. They needed time to do that, and I think that's very wise for them to do that.
Yes, I had a chat to Ben about it, and I felt so much better after having a chat to him, because obviously they were attempting to really pull off something very special, which personally I can't wait.
It'll be huge when it happens.
It will be. There is an independent organisation review of the Kapiti coast being performed at the moment. Mm-hmm. What is that and why?
Well, I mean, for some time now, the local government New Zealand has been working on a council benchmark process where you look at the workings of the internal workings of the council, how it interfaces with public and the expectations. We've been working on that, but I think there has been some impression by some that the local government New Zealand program would be more of an in-house program. They wanted much more an independent one. And I think, so it's all good. Councillor James Coates actually led that charge, if you like, to get that done. Mm-hmm. We got it across the council decision table last triennium, just the nick of time. And the investigations by Martin Jenkins is in full swing now. And we expect the results to be out by mid-February.
I have to say that Martin Jenkins does this stuff. I mean, this is what he does, and he's certainly got an enormous amount of experience.
The organisation is they're very highly professional, and they did. I think the NZTA one, recent investigation was by Martin Jenkins. They don't pull any punches.
It's absolutely.
Mind you, the other investigations that we've had on the Waikanae Library by Morrison Law, that was an excellent piece of work. And earlier than that, there was a tender report on the Green Tech Center in Otaki. That was also a fantastic report. So we can be assured, when professional organizations like this get involved, their reputation depends on delivering high-quality piece of work.
You described it as being done in the nick of time in the last triennium. There has been some comment that perhaps a decision such as this should have been left until the new council could make their stamp on it and own it possibly more than having it as the last gasp of the previous council.
Well, I think the feeling at that stage was that it needed to be done, and therefore there were some concerns that the new councillors when they do come, and we don't know who the new councillors will be. There was some concern that they wanted to change the terms of reference and make some changes and all that, and then it becomes messy.
All right. Those terms of reference, as I understand it, is to identify whether council's performing well and what needs to be improved, whether the council has the resources and or capability needed to meet deliverables outlined in the annual plan and the long-term plan, how to add greater value to Kapiti residents by being more responsive and effective, how council can ensure that there's a good relationship between elected members and staff, and how council can ensure a living, vibrant and healthy partnership with mana whenua. They are the basic principles that you're referring to, aren't they?
That's right. And I think they've interviewed about 32 internal staff and elected members and 11 external parties, which includes mana whenua, community groups, business interest groups and all that. But they do have the ability to seek permission to extend that beyond the exact terms of reference. And given that Martin Jenkins wants to produce a high quality work, which they always have in other contracts with PELT, I'm quite open to any changes they might want to have to ensure that the outcomes we get is exactly what the community can expect.
So this could be a very consequential review, this one.
Well, consequential in the sense that at the end of the day, we need, its only value is if we can get the recommendations and follow the recommendations and make the improvement that's needed. By the same token, I've always emphasized in the terms of reference that the Martin Jenkins looks at what we also are doing well. This is not just a simple what we are not doing well project. It's also a look at what we are doing well. I think that's the balanced approach that I'm looking for.
Now, the thing that intrigues me, the second point, whether the council has resources and or capability needed to meet deliverables outlined in the annual plan and the long-term plan. One of the issues that you and I have talked about in the past isn't so much that those deliverables, the ones that we locally discuss and agree on, but it's what's being imposed by central government, this extra stuff that comes on that seems to complicate delivering the local deliverables. And why wasn't that involved? What the role of central government in queering the pitch?
I think you would know that when they're looking at stuff like this, the area where we're impacted in terms of the unfunded mandate that we get from the central government will definitely pop up.
Okay.
Because that's a huge amount of the work that we are required to do. And the interface between council as a local authority, the consenting authority, the monitoring authority, and the enforcement authority, and the public at large, the business community at large, is largely dictated by rules and regulations that's legislated by Parliament. And on top of that, no money comes from taxpayer money comes with that mandate.
It's easy spending someone else's money, I find.
Yeah, and also the public don't understand that we are required by law to do certain things. It's just that our face is the local face that they see.
When do you expect Martin Jenkins to deliver the report?
I'm looking at sort of mid-February.
And will that be a public document or not?
Oh, yeah. It is just like the Morrison Law report was a public document. The Tanner report was also a public document.
And no doubt we can discuss that in February or so as it comes out. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, sir. And I understand you've already had a very busy morning.
Oh, we went to I had the usual interview in Waikanae Access Radio, and also I've just finished presenting the end of the year awards for the school patrol. Yes,
that's the one that I had in mind. I think that'll be absolutely delightful. It's not all bad, your job, is it?
No. It's a mixture of a lot of public relations stuff and keeping the community happy.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to be to the mayor, especially as Christmas approaches and the end of the year events happen.
They sure do. Thank you very much for joining us here on Beach FM, sir.
Cheers, John.
106.3 Beach FM.